My name is Kelly Barclay. I come from Doomadgee. I grew up in Doomadgee, but I was born in Darwin. The group of us, there's 4 of us, and we're establishing a regional youth group. And the idea is to have camps spread out over a period of either 12 months or whatever, and have themes, so like culture, life skills, leadership. And each time like young people come back to Mount Isa or wherever we have it, that'll be the focus of that camp. The idea is establishing the youth council is we want this to eventually to be that if you think or talk about youth in the northwest region of Queensland, we want you to think of our youth group. I paint as a hobby. Like mid last year, I decided I like my art and I wanted to do something. I don't want to just paint to make money. So I came up with the idea that I wanted to use a portion of this money. If I painted enough paintings, had an exhibition or something, I could use some money to donate back to my old school in Doomadgee. For me, it was it's very personal because I like books. I did well at school. I was the Dux at my old school, and then when I went to boarding school, I was student of the year. But I just seen that there wasn't much focus on academia. It wasn't a push to go to university. There wasn't that push to go further. With my involvement with International Youth Partnerships now with Oxfam, first as a participant and then as a facilitator, my eyes were open to things I never knew existed and to people I never knew existed or would never ever speak to unless I seen them on the TV, And so coming from home, it's just, and even here, like with the youth thing that we're trying to do now, it is exactly that. It's just opening their eyes to something different. Growing up in the community, there's that typecast of that's where you're to stay, and hardly anyone, like there's a few people who've gone out and whatever, and it was never ever my intention to move away from home. I wanted to do well in school, I wanted to go to university, I wanted to better myself and then go home and use it to help people or to help my community, not just anyone. I never even thought, right up until the last minute, that I would be moving. And the only reason why I moved is because I recognized that I couldn't go any further staying at home. I had so much more to learn for myself and grow and experience. My hopes and dreams are changing really quickly because I've found everything right now that makes me absolutely happy. If you see an opportunity or if you recognize an opportunity to get somewhere that you think will better you, then take it. For me, like just thinking of the good things, and heaps of bad stuff happened to me as well, and heaps of bad stuff happened around me and around my family and growing up. But there's so much good things that have come out of it, and lessons that you can't dwell on that sort of stuff because it just drags you down. In terms of me getting out there and being a force for change, as you put it, I think it wasn't a conscious decision. It definitely wasn't. It was just, I grew up being like that. Like, as far as I can remember, I've always wanted things to be better for my people. I mean, for Aboriginal people, particularly in my community. And there was not a day where I just was moseying along and I thought, oh, I'm going to do this. It's just things that I've gotten into, and things happened around me, and I jumped on it while it was happening. For the things that aren't in relation to work, like things with the youth group or my painting, they're things that make me feel good inside. I do it because it pleases me. If one person or whatever looks at me and think, oh, I can do that, or with the money I raise be able to do that, then that's wonderful, that's great. People say, where do you find the time? How do you find the time to do this stuff? And I said, well, if it's something that you like, you should make time.